All right, welcome back to another episode of Dentside Depot. Today we're going to be doing something special. I got my buddy Steve, my resident expert and internal helper here at Dentside Depot. We're going to be going over the differences between camper special and trailer special. So without further ado, let's get on into it. All right, so we have two different parts trucks that we're going to be going over with you here today. And then we're going to go over wiring harnesses, and then we'll go to another truck to show you camper special. But we're going to start with these two trucks because they are confirmed factory trailer special trucks. So where do you think we should start with this? Is there anything under the hood we should look at? Because we have the...
I mean, basically that's how you can tell what they are more than anything.
All right, so let's take a look at this one. It's actually going to be a better example because it still has all the trailer stuff in it. So let's pop the hood on this bad boy. Sorry about the wind in the background. Not really much I can do about that here. So, all right. I'm trying to keep the shadows out here.
Okay, so right here, this would have been the trailer tow package. As you can see, it runs through the firewall, and then when you run it through the firewall, that's where you hook up your trailer brake. And also, the harness actually comes out. When it comes out, it runs down along the frame, and then goes to the back of the truck where you can hook up your plug. But this would be a trailer tow truck.
Right. We have the fuse block right here.
Powers up by running here to the fuse block, and then that runs across the firewall and then hooks up into the solenoid.
And that goes to the front block of the solenoid.
So it has power at all times.
Yeah, and there's a fusible link in that as well, right?
Yes.
There we go, there's a fusible link. And besides that, there's nothing under the hood that you would visibly see that's different. But a great way to tell if you have a camper or trailer special is if you see the dimples for the fuse block, if they're drilled out, then most likely there was a fuse block there, and you probably had trailer or camper special, or maybe fog lights, right? The fog lights have a fuse block
or a defogger,
or the de-icer rear window. Yes, those would be four options that would have the fuse blocks there. So, all right, what are we gonna do next? Are we gonna go look at a frame or something?
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna go check out a frame here. Old rusty, crusty park trucks. They both run, by the way, and this one's been swapped to a 460. Believe it or not, and it runs. Has a dropped valve, but it runs. All right, so which
this is the Supercab frame here.
that's a four-wheel drive frame, right? Yeah,
Four-wheel drive.
okay. Which one had the we want to look at for the camper special spot? Right. Let's go ahead and take a peekaroo here, if we can see.
I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to see.
Yeah, but it would have been right here.
Yeah, kind of hard to see it, but it would mount right there in that little hole right there. Yeah. So let's go around this this beast here. What color was this thing? Is this candy apple red?
This is an original candy apple red.
Ooh, candy apple.
Changed it, yeah.
Was it a two-tone truck also?
Yeah, it was a two-tone.
And was it silver two-tone?
It was a sand.
Oh, it was sand two-tone.
Yes.
Hate sand. And then what's this bed off of? I don't even remember.
I don't even know. I couldn't tell you, but it is ugly.
One of the many parts trucks.
Yes.
And no, this truck did not have a freewheeling GT bar in it. So, all right. So this is important when it comes to trailer special. Let's talk about the harness where it comes out the back.
Okay. The harness would kind of exit here, and what it would do is where it would have there's another harness that you could hook into it, and that would go to your where you plug in for the trailer part aspect of it. Right here was an indicator. This is actually where it would have been. It would have had a little emblem, which we'll show you later, that would have had the trailer tow package, it would say.
And it was in the shape of the United States,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Pretty cool emblem, actually.
Yes, it is.
And the aftermarket ones are plastic and the OE ones were metal.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so here's our other nasty parts truck. Also a confirmed trailer special truck. It doesn't have the right tailgate on it. And what color is this one? This
one is the
brown and sand.
brown and also sand.
Yeah, it's got overload springs on it. It's got your favorite Pep Boys wheels from the 90s. Look at this thing. She is a Lariat.
It was a Lariat at one time.
And there you go, your simulated leather wrapped steering wheel. But there's pretty much nothing good left in this truck besides a few things that we took out. And we got some other parts in the back and a whole bunch of junk, but these are all junk trucks that are just here for parts, and that's about it. So we're gonna head on inside and we're gonna look at the wiring harnesses. All right, so obviously the most important part of every option is that you have an emblem that says you have the option. So there's the trailer special option, and it's a really beautiful emblem. Is this an original one, Steve?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, so that's metal, Ford part number stamped on it. And did you restore this one, or is that that's factory? And here's a Camper Special emblem. They were also metal. And did you restore this one, or is that NOS?
That's an NOS.
And that's an NOS one as well. All right, so we talked a little bit about Camper Special, Trailer Special. Now we're going to show you the wiring harnesses. So Steve, walk us through the enigma of the Camper Special wiring harness here.
Okay, so the only thing is with the Camper Special harnesses, I mean, you would have this normally on your regular wiring harness.
So
this is for your fuel tanks.
Yeah, every truck had that.
Every truck had these. Okay, so if you had a Camper Special, you would have this, which is your power lead, which would run to the block. This here. Okay, and that would give you your power if you want to plug something in for the camper.
And that came out the side of the bed near the forward fuel tank.
Yes, it was on the frame.
On the
this
frame,
actually
underneath.
Yeah, this bolts to the frame right there.
Bolts to the frame.
Okay. So like I said, this stuff is added when you had the Camper Special ground wire, and then this is actually for your if you had a transfer case that was full time.
The full-time transfer case.
So as you go through.
Now don't ignore it. Tell us about the color of the tape.
All right, so
It's a funny story.
so every one that I've ever seen that had a Camper Special was Supercab it was like taped in a silver paint, or it's like a silver color here.
Right.
So I've never saw, like, other than the other trucks, they were just normally black, but for some reason the Supercabs seem to have a silver tape on it.
And obviously we do X36 trucks here the most, so it's important that we're restoring them to the exact specifications. So Steve, you got this tape from Japan,
So
right?
I found this tape. I couldn't find anything over in this area, so a friend of mine found it, and so it was over in Japan. We ordered it from Japan, so that is the exact color of the original type tape that we came off of this wiring harness.
That's pretty funny.
So
All right, so now let's look at let's look at the dual battery wiring here next, because that's another important aspect of Camper Special.
So Camper Special would have what's called, like, they usually came with a dual battery, which this would run onto the hot line. You had a ground, and then what this did, this went to this part of the wiring harness, which was here. It would plug into there, and that would give you power to this lead at all times.
Right.
Okay, and then when you turn so you could kill the battery, the second battery, without hurting the primary battery. So, and then when you started the truck, what it would do is it would relay it around, and what it would do is just recharge the battery that you used on your second one. Okay.
So essentially you could kill your secondary battery with the key in the backwards position, right?
Yeah.
And then still have your primary battery to actually start the vehicle and
Yes.
then recharge the secondary battery.
Yeah, that's how it worked.
So essentially you're using it as a marine battery
Basically.
for the most part.
Yeah.
All right, so that's Camper Special. Now let's look at, did I miss anything on Camper Special?
No, it should be.
Okay, so now let's look at the Trailer Special harness and how they differ.
Okay.
Because they are definitely way different.
Yeah, now a trailer harness. Now this is a separate harness from your factory harness. This would run down from underneath the firewall and go to the back of the truck. And what it did is, a lot of people used to cut the wires along the bed, and what they do is they splice in to hook up the trailer. Well, this eliminated that because it came with an actual leads that you can actually use instead of cutting your factory harness. You would plug this into it on each side, and then this allowed you to plug into your harness, which was this. And this you would wire up to your, right there, see how it would wire? You have your red and your black, and this would wire to your plug for your trailer or whatever.
And would that be something you had to buy at the dealer, or did it come in the glove box of the truck when it was new?
I heard different things. I heard if you ordered it, it could come in a glove box. If not, you had to, it was a dealer, an extra dealer.
Yeah, dealer
option.
item on that.
Inside, it would be like this. You had the same kind of thing. This would go to your trailer brake, and then this here, that goes to the harness here, which runs down along the frame, and then this is that solenoid that we showed you outside.
Yeah, the little silver block that goes underneath the bottom of the cowl there.
Here's your power, and your power would run up on that junction block.
Yep.
Okay, like so.
Just like that.
And there's your power.
And here's, that's
Fusible
the fusible link right there. So something else that you need to be aware of with these is you could not get both on the same truck. So you could not order a camper special and a trailer special together. There was no such thing. It was one or the other. And Steve, correct me if I'm wrong, but every X36 truck was either camper or trailer special, as far as we know.
Well, I couldn't tell you the truth, honestly, on that one, but it is definitely a possibility.
Yeah, I think I might have seen one that wasn't it, but I'm pretty sure that was everyone. So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna pass the camera off to you.
Okay.
Let's look in the here. Look. The light truck.
The Bible of Fords.
The light truck buyers made easier 1979 edition. I have it. I have these amazing bookmarks here, which are napkins that I stole off your bar 10 minutes ago. Okay, so here's the towing package, and there's tons of different options. So depending on the truck that you got, it would vary the cost of the towing package. It's like you had the light duty, flare side, and then you had your heavy duties, and it would range anywhere from $96 for the package for a light duty truck all the way up to $300 for a truck with air conditioning, whatever it may be, or 316. And that would be a 2-wheel drive 460 truck. So trailer special came in, 316 was the most expensive. And then here's our camper special. Camper special also not available with crew cab, and I think the only reason for that was, well, it would be a different length harness, so they'd have to make a special part, but also the crew cab emblem went where the camper special emblem would go. Yeah. So they couldn't do both emblems. Yeah. Camper special, most expensive would be $350.20, but you can see again, it would vary depending on what setup you got by a few bucks or whatever. So, and that's really it, the difference between the two. Is there anything I left out or forgot or anything else?
Yeah, sounds good.
I think that's it. So thank you to Steve, my special guest here today. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Dentside Depot, difference between camper special, trailer special, and we'll see you in the next episode.